Hi, I'm Jack Imes, Chief Lending Consultant with Allied Solutions, and today's topic is auto lending challenges in the marketplace. So let's start with auto delinquency challenges. Rising delinquency and charge-offs rates. What do you all think today?
Credit unions are experiencing increasing in auto delinquencies across the board. This is primarily because the cost of the vehicles were grossly inflated during COVID times. That created much larger payments and lack of the ability of the members to repay back. During the same period of time, we also went through an incredible amount of assistance to members to keep them in their vehicles. And that has increased the length of their loans as well.
We lent out a lot of money during COVID at very high rates. And now the used auto market has no value. So you're taking those vehicles back at the lowest value add. So that deficiency is wider than it has ever been.
Coming out of COVID and even during COVID, we planned for what we would see in auto deficiency balance increases. And through that, Allied has spent time, effort, money, technology investments to do all we can to help our credit union clients optimize all recovery dollars possible, also provide insurance protection through products like collateral protection insurance to help offset these rising deficiency balances.
What initiatives are you all employing to address that kind of bumpy and wonky economy out there and get the dollars back that you deserve?
We've worked with Allied on a variety of different things, understanding Cox Automotive, understanding what's happening out in that marketplace, values, and for us, I think the added piece of it is understanding some of that Manheim magic, right, on lane position and the things that we need to do in order to get the best value back for the vehicle.
We've been leading the industry in reaching out, partnering with the best business partners out there in this space, ensuring that we're providing compliant solutions and allowing our credit unions to leverage that buying power so that their repossession volume, their remarketing volume has the same prioritization as larger lenders.
How do you balance the credit union people helping people, the membership, the members are the owners? When do you know, to do that repossession, to go get that car?
I think it's a balance between can't pay and won't pay.
There you go.
So is that member responsive? Is that member talking to you? Is that member having that conversation? Is this somebody who can't pay? Or is this someone who won't pay? When we move, we often look at that can't pay, won't pay differentiator to make that decision.
It's all about helping members.
Right.
That's what we do. But you can only help the ones that want to be helped.
Right.
Perfect.
I think it's important at Allied Solutions that we also understand who our client is. I think it's also understanding what's on the compliance front, what's on the regulatory front. And as long as you're focused on the consumer, then I think both credit unions and providers sit in a seat that they can be proud of, and there's brand protection.
So things are bumpy out there. What future initiatives are out there to help you get where you need to be?
Sure. I think even partnering with Allied Spinnaker is a great tool to help get in front of the membership. The member can go online, they can get an email, they'll be notified. These are the folks that aren't calling us back, but need help. Maybe they're embarrassed. And how do we get in front of folks and say, hey, we have something that can help you? All you have to do is click this button.
We have employed some tools with the assistance of Allied Solutions, like Deep Future Analytics, that will allow us to better track, monitor, and understand the performance of the portfolio, and in exchange, offer better products that suits the members' needs.
Right. Investment in what we're really talking about, which is analytics, digital transformation of processes and procedures. I think we're on a trajectory where the telephone and letters and postcards have passed us by. We have to use digital tools, and we have to meet consumers where they want to be met.
Allied Solutions have allowed us to grow so much with all the partnerships that Allied has with other vendors and other people to make our operations so much more sophisticated and modern. And that is a great added value proposition that Allied brings to the marketplace.
So what you've all described to me is a really cool marriage. The core values of the credit union movement. You're taking those core values and you're marrying them up with technology
Correct.
and future thinking. What's around that corner? What's over the next hill? What do we need to be prepared for? Allied Solutions is investing in these companies.
And I think getting in front of folks, right? So right now it's impossible to get anything in front of anybody for more than 2 seconds. When I'm paying my bills on bill pay and I'm thinking, ooh, it's a little tough right now. What can we use within our online banking that's integrated into the core, that's integrated back to that member who's looking at it real time? And if those are offers or programs or things that we can offer them at their fingertips when they're thinking about their banking, the magic is getting the product in front of the person at the time in which they need it the most.
I think what we also can't lose sight of is that it's still very important for people to talk to people.
Absolutely.
One thing I'm proud of at Allied is we have not gotten away from a customer-centric, credit union-centric call center, where if you need to talk to somebody, you can.
Let's talk for just a minute about the regulatory burden out there. Jose, give us your 2 cents from your perspective and what you see going on and how you're reacting to the marketplace.
The regulations have the idea of helping the consumers. The problem is that more often than not, they become outreaching and crossing lines that they shouldn't be crossing. We don't have shareholders that we need to respond to, or the goal is not to maximize our return and income. Our goal is to help members. Once they understand that that is our goal and that we're doing exactly the same thing that they want us to do, I think it's going to be a lot easier for them to really understand the position that credit unions are taking in the market share.
I think the biggest challenge credit unions face is that marriage between everything that we do and then now all the digital, right? And all of the other compliance that goes with it. I think relying on good, strong partners that have a proven history with you is huge, because it just helps you move that needle a little bit further.
And I think from our perspective at Allied Solutions, I never see us conflicted between what is the right thing to do, what is the right thing to do by our clients, and what is the right thing to do by consumers. And we very much understand that the regulations today are fluid, but more than anything else, they're completely ambiguous. If we can reduce losses, us and the credit union, then the credit union can lend more money to folks who are in need of it. As soon as you take that ability away, then you are limiting consumer benefit. And connecting those dots, I think, is going to be a job that we will continue to have in the future. And I think we're going to do it at a much higher scale than we do it today.
And that, my friends, is the reason why we partner with Allied Solutions, because we have a partner that is watching our back and making sure that we're not getting ourselves in trouble.
Let's talk about the depth and breadth of the things that Allied Solutions that you're really happy about, and some of the products that we bring that help you, not just in the collection efforts, but also just helping your members in their day-to-day lives.
You know, helping members, but helping GTE specifically is just the product suite of Securian Docs. That's our contract. That is our compliance tool. That is what we need to use in order to maintain compliance. We can use Allied as a resource when we're looking at making changes within those contracts or within those products and programs. And we can pick up the phone and we have a trusted advisor who's saying, yes, here's the way you can make the change to the contract and we can support it. Or we really think you need to go a different way.
Allied has also brought to us a lot of personal relationships that are somewhat intangible, but that are really important to us. Being able to pick up the phone and call anyone and say, hey, what do you think about this? Let's brainstorm, let's try to solve a problem.
Business is personal at Allied Solutions. And it is that personal part of the business, no matter where else we go, what else we do, as we work with our credit union clients, I think the word I think of the most is trust. Jose, Donna, their organizations, they are absolutely trusted clients. Allied Solutions is in this for the long haul. And when you have that type of commitment to long-term success, it helps you also have short-term success, but more importantly, it allows you to invest in relationships.
I want to thank our panel members from our Lending and Risk Advisory Council who joined us today, and thank you as well. It was a lot of fun to kind of dig deep and hear what they had to say, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed being here with you today.